what I'm about to. You got to be a fool to plan on committing any type of violent crimes after what I'm about to tell you. El Salvador's president offered the United States the opportunity to outsource its prison to new offenders. And I know you're sitting here like, what does that mean? Let me tell you. El Salvador's president spoke with Donald Trump, and he offered Donald Trump a chance to house the worst criminals, and I'm talking about the worst, in El Salvador's prison. And if you don't know about El Salvador's prison, it's one of the worst prisons on earth. I said on earth. So basically, violent offenders, murderers, robbers, etc., etc., yeah, they said they'll take y'all at a small fee too. But check this out. Let's just call that the last stop. There is no beds, there are no TVs, and it's a whole lot of gang shit going on there. They don't want you to focus on nothing but the person that's sitting next to you or sleeping next to you. Yeah, sleeping next to you. You think it's like jails over here where you eat right and you... No. Roaches and food. The worst place on earth. The worst type of crimes that happen in prison. So, listen. This is something that you might have to think about. I know we can't all live in a perfect place, but check this out. You better do your research on that jail. Because once they send you there, it might not be no coming back.
Peep the move, Jake. What they're trying to do, they're trying to get people aroused now so they can bring in martial law. Okay? See, this man, his mission is to bring down this nation. Okay, he's siding with Russia now. And EU is really angry at this man. Canada threatened to turn off the lights. It's a lot of things happening, man. A whole lot of things. And like I said, I had a dream 2 days ago. It was a brief dream. I seen Europe and United States coming to military blows, and they was destroying U.S. ships. You see that? This is where we at now. This thing is heating up. Let's keep going. Let's let this play.
Ben Shapiro, your namesake, talking about Derek Chauvin, the cop who's doing life for murdering George Floyd. Let's take a look at what Ben said.
If we are issuing pardons, however, there is one person that President Trump should pardon from federal charges forthwith. It would be incredibly controversial, but I think that it's absolutely necessary. That person is Derek Chauvin. President Trump should, in fact, pardon Derek Chauvin. He should. He should pardon him his federal charges.
Now watch this. If you notice, he didn't talk about the other two people. Remember, it weren't Derek Chauvin only. It was the other two cops. And if you notice, both of them, I think one of them was Asian, and the other one might have actually been a Jake. You see? He said nothing about them. Okay? This is where we at. This is why we tell you the devil know that his time is short. So we're going to get some scriptures. I'm going to get into this and show you what's going on. Because chaos is brewing everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? And then you got the Passover next week. Okay? All right, this is Luke 10, verse 18. This is the KJV. And he said unto them, I beheld, seeing Satan as lightning fall from heaven. And this man, he's coming down quickly. Okay, they're talking about because of these tariffs, Wall Street allegedly is reporting that they can collapse the whole system and it can cause a global depression. You see that? The whole global order is being pulled apart. Okay? And the only way you're going to be able to function in it is if you take that MOTB. Let's keep going. Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So let's get into this. Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah, Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah, Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawashah. Call Allah Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Bashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Jemas. I believe those are the prophets. Shalom and salutations to those that teach the likewise doctrine. Shalom to the Akim and the Aqua. Shalom to the scattered Israelites across the four corners of the planet. May the Most High and the Son be with you during these trying times. Now check this out.
Chauvin should be pardoned for his murder. Elon Musk suggested that Chauvin should be pardoned
for his murder of George Floyd. I am going to be blunt. If Chauvin gets pardoned, he will be unmade. He will cease to exist on this planet. He will be a nothing. He will have his loot dropped. I'm not going to do it. And I'm not suggesting that anybody should. I'm not implying in any way that it should happen. I'm stating a fact. And the protection that he does have, they'll find a way around it. He's better off in prison as far as continuing to breathe on this earth.
Now, the crazy thing is, like I said, you didn't hear them say anything about the other two police. Why? We already know why. Because, A, they ain't got the complexion for the protection. All right, now, the rest of the world is starting to come against this place. They coming against these MAGA people. This man is tearing everything down. But, hey, this is what the Most High want, right? So we're going to play this. I'm going to show you some other things that's going on. There's so much stuff going on, man. I can't even keep up with it. You'll never be able to see all the stuff going on. Okay?
Found guilty and is in prison for the unaliving of George Floyd. Ben Shapiro is leading the cause of getting him released. I mean, the last time I heard about Ben Shapiro, he was talking about his wife has never ever had a moist Felucci. This piece of crap is out there trying to get George Floyd's unaliver released from prison. This news came as I was doing a live, which was wonderful, you guys. Thank you. And most of the people in my life said, "Oh, you know, it's actually a good idea. Let him loose and let Shapiro run around with him, because it would probably be a really great idea to visit any city with a large amount of any ethnicity." And I said, "In this, yeah, let him free." But yeah, this whiny, nasally, fake piece of crap who can't even get his wife to a state of moisture wants to release George Floyd's murderer.
And see, all this is going to get these the tribes roused up. And see, hey, as Elder Malcolm would say, the Northern Kingdom would get it first, but Judah would get it the worst. So see, you had all these Latinos getting sent back. But hey, as we would tell you, we got to sit here and go through the madness. So some of you Latinos getting sent back home, you actually may have caught a break. Whereas though we got to sit here and deal with the devil. You see that? Let's keep going. Genesis 49 verse 9. Judah's alliance dwelt from the prey, my son, thou gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And see, all this is going to get everybody roused up. Okay? And this, you're going to have all type of fighting and destruction and people being unalive right out in the street. Okay? Now I'm going to show you why I'm bringing this up, because hey, it's not just going to be infighting and civil strife. You're going to have these other nations that are so angry at this place, they're going to join that. Let me show you what the EU is talking about doing now. Because like I said, I had that dream where I was seeing them get bombed. They was bombing U.S. ships. Okay? The U.S. was trying to fight back, but there was so much stuff going on that they really couldn't do nothing. Because there was so much chaos. And hey, this man just wouldn't stop. The dawn just wouldn't stop, and it just kept getting more and more crazier. Okay? Let me show you what's going on with the EU. Remember this guy right here from Austria? He was boo-hooing and crying about what was going to happen if Russia kept fighting against Ukraine, and he said that he was told that World War III would come sooner. Look at what this guy talking about now.
This gentleman here is a European. These trade wars did not stop immediately. we will see the collapse of our economy. This gentleman here is a European chairman of the Austria NATO non-governmental organization. Gunther, I can't pronounce the name, Fredlinger John. He said, if MAGA and Putin, America, want to play hardball with us in Europe, we shall do the following: 50% tariffs on all U.S. imports, confiscating all U.S. military assets in Europe.
Did you hear that? They're talking about confiscating all U.S. military assets in Europe. What do you think gonna happen? They're gonna get to fighting. They're going to come to blows. Okay? It's gonna, the beast shall eventually hate the whole. We're gonna run that again.
If case the U.S. 50% tariffs on all U.S. imports, confiscating all U.S. military assets in Europe. If case the U.S. withdraws U.S. military staff, no more intelligence sharing, no more visits or invitation, and boycotting key things. So this gentleman right here, which is the chairman of the Austria NATO non-governmental organization, is threatening to put 50% tariffs on the United States and confiscating NATO equipment.
And it's going to happen. And he talking about the U.S. division of NATO equipment. So all the U.S. assets that are right now connected to NATO. And see, this is where we at, Jake. This is why we tell you, start getting your house in order. This thing is not going to stop. We get a scripture and leave it there. I just wanted to get this out to the family. This is where we at. I'll play that one more time.
How is this going to work? So this gentleman right here, which is the chairman of the Austria NATO non-governmental organization, is threatening to put 50% tariffs on the United States and confiscating NATO equipment.
That's not the part I wanted you to hear. I wanted where he was talking about against the U.S. But you guys know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to get a few scriptures and leave it there. Isaiah 19 verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And you're starting to see that happen. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And like I said in that dream, they was bombing U.S. ships. But it was just a dream. Dreams lift up fools, you know. And even though the U.S. was losing, Trump just wouldn't stop. He just kept going. Now, this is a dream. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? And like I said, it was a brief dream. I didn't even really want to do nothing on it, but there's so much stuff coming out that, the spirit of the Lord is out here moving. Isaiah 19 verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. You see that? And who's that fierce king? He's in office now. Okay, so stay prayed up, Jake. I see you again real soon. Don't get stirred up with this dark Chauvin and this madness around us, because they might try to use that to enact martial law, because you know you're gonna see a bunch of bug outs out here carrying on. Okay, and we know that dude was off anyway. Okay, this is how I live. If you're not a man of the Lord, I don't like to see Jake getting stomped out and put to death, but we know that the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is visiting people, and is visiting 2/3 of Jake. Okay, so stay prayed up, Jake. I see you again real soon. Call her law, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom.